Hello there, it's Jeff again, and I'm back with another DK Lego book. This one's LEGO Minifigure, a visual history. It is the new edition, and this one does come with a figure in this little packet here. I don't like these big slabs of cardboard they put here. I think it ruins the book. I really don't like that. I don't know. There's got to be a better way to secure the figure so people don't steal it, but who knows. Okay, so we got some pictures here, and this is one of the most valuable ones, the gold one here. All right, we'll try to look through this. We got broken down by year, decades, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, the 20s. So this is pretty cool. It's up current up to, like, I think it actually goes up to, maybe just to 2020. But look at these earlier Lego figures. And these big ones here, these tall ones, I'm not that big on. I mean, look how, I don't know. I'm just used to these guys. Just how it is. It tells you what a minifigure is. And gives you some of the earlier ones. How is a minifigure made? Well, that's kind of cool. Gives you all the info there. Pretty good. Different timelines. Look at the nice colors of this this book, huh? Very nice. These DK books are good. And again, the only problem I have is that stupid slab of cardboard so the figure doesn't get lost. Perhaps if they made a version of the book without the figure, or found a better way to, attach it. I don't know. They must struggle with the idea too. I mean, look how the book is. I mean, once the figure is out, look how stupid the book is. It's I don't know. Could they just put it in a box or something? The whole thing, the book and the figure in a box? You know? All right. Well, we got what? The 70s. All right. So 78. 78 is when the figures, these figures that we're used to, started coming out. 1978. So I would have been 9 years old. 79. You're seeing some of the different ones here. I'm just going to go through it. And here we are, the 80s. This was when I was a teenager. Well, turned into a teenager. Look at the different ones they got here. 81. Very cool. Dry fingers. 82. 83. Man. Now, I know some of these are expensive figures, but see, I'm not your typical Lego collector. I like them, but I'm not going to go in debt to have some. Especially at my age now. I'm 55. What am I going to do? I'm not a young guy anymore. I'm not going to blow all this money on a bunch of plastic figures. If I can get a fake one, which I have labeled bootleg, I'll get the Chinese knockoffs. I will. That's not to say I don't have a lot of real ones. I do. I have a lot of real figures. But I am not above buying Chinese knockoffs. But I would never pretend to have a real one. I would just say they're a bootleg. And that's what I call them. Here we are in the 90s. I graduated high school in 87. So this is when I was in my early 20s here. I never bought Lego as a child. Because even then it was expensive. And the only money I had before I started working was an allowance from my father. And it's like, well, what do I want to buy? One Lego set? Or I could buy a record. Yeah, a record, I know. Or a cassette. Or some comic books. Or a Garfield book. Or whatnot. So I tried to make my money go as far as possible. Which wasn't very far, let me tell you. 96. Look at that guy. That's weird. With all the different characters they put out each year. 97. See, now they go into more of the year, see. It takes a few pages now because they're putting out more each year. 98. The 98 is when I moved into the house I'm currently living in. Look at all these great figures. And some of them command quite a bit of money on places like eBay and conventions and stuff like that. Yeah, we're getting into more of the licensed ones like Batman and Harry Potter and stuff like that. Indiana Jones and those. Need to get our Star Wars ones. And I know when you have the real gold one of C-3PO, it's worth a lot. I've got a couple real ones and a few fake ones. I have a Millennium Falcon. I have the one from the Solo movie where it looks new. It's white and blue and not all gray, you know, with age. You know, the Solo movie. I never saw the Solo movie, but I have the Millennium Falcon from it. And what I did, I took a bunch of, well, it came with a bunch of real figures, of course, but the ones that weren't there to represent the people I like, I took the either real ones that I had or bootlegos, and I put them in there in the ship. And then I got a bootlego of, George Lucas, and I put him in there with his creations. You know, I like that Spider-Man one. See, look, they were doing the yellow skin. See the face? Yellow. So they were doing the yellow skin there. That was a thing. And then they started coming out with flesh tone later. I'll admit, I kind of like the flesh tone on them, you know. But the yellow ones are classic. I guess they figured they'd make them yellow. Kind of like the Simpsons, they made them yellow. Yeah. I've been picking up these books from Bull Moose. Because people bring them back. And they don't want them. And sometimes they'll have the figure. So I can have the figure. I don't usually take the figure out of the book. But since I've got a couple books without the figures in them, perhaps I will think about pulling some out. Because when we move to our new place, we want to get a display to hang on the wall. It's like a frame. It's like a picture frame, but it's deep and you can load it with figures. There's one for like $120, and it holds 200 minifigures. We got Indiana Jones. Look at that. I like that. Indiana Jones. Man, this is a thick book. Batman. My wife loves the LEGO Batman stuff. We've got all the games. Well, the good games, not the early 90s games like Rock Raiders and Lego. What was that? Lego Island. I mean, yeah, a lot of people like Lego Island, but for PS1, I found it to be kind of crummy myself compared to the newer stuff. So anything from Lego Star Wars, you know, the typical ones from like, 2005, whatever. Those ones I do. So for the past 20 years of Lego games, I've been buying all I could find for the past 20 years. Whoops. So what if they're going to show Lego Dimensions here? What year are we up to? 2010? A couple more years. Let's see. Because I have Lego Dimensions. I've got the game and I've got all the figures. I've even got the two Chase ones there. Supergirl and Green Lantern. Green Arrow. Excuse me. Green Arrow. I've got those also. Normally they cost a lot. I found a seller on eBay who had them both brand new. And he was selling them, and they came in the poly bags and everything, that he was selling them for $30 for both. Not just one, but both. And now they're even more expensive, so it's like, hey, sounds good to me. Oh, look at the Hulk. There, I like the Hulk. That's my favorite superhero. Despite what they've done to Marvel Comics now. I just soon get my superhero fix on Lego. Everything's so terrible now with comic books. I feel bad in a way. I spent all this money and time growing up collecting comic books, and now I don't even look at them. I sold basically all my comics except maybe a half-size box or two that just has ones that are important to me. Everything else, out. Out the door you go. What are we up to? 2014? 10 more years. Lego Ultra Agents. I didn't go by dimensions, did I? Oh, speaking of which, dimensions. Yeah. That's kind of cool. We made a chess set. I was at Walmart one day, shortly after LEGO Dimensions was pretty much retired and done. And out come, yeah, I got these guys. Mystery Inc. Out comes this person from the back with a dolly with a big stack of LEGO Dimensions starter kits on it. Like a bunch. And they were putting them in the clearance aisle. And I asked her, I said, how much are those going to be? And she scanned it and she goes, $3 each. And I said, I'll take 10. Put them in my cart. So I bought 10. $30 and I got 10 of them. And 2 of them I traded away. 1 I gave to a friend. And the other ones, I haven't even opened them yet. I still got them packed. Maybe someday I'll open them and use the parts for something else. But $3 each. And the sad thing was, about a week before, I bought one for like $10. Now we got, my fingers are really dry. Because I got the fan on and it's just drying the air in here. The pages. Now I don't want to go through saying which ones I have and which ones I don't. There's just so many in here. I do have that Red Hulk though. Like him. I want to see that new Captain America, I guess, movie with Harrison Ford. He's going to be the Red Hulk. 2018. Dumbledore. Yeah, I look through these pages and I can see ones that I do have, ones I don't. I got a bunch. My wife and I have a bunch of these. But that's what got me into buying Lego is, well, started with Skylanders, Toys to Life. I went to Disney Infinity. I went to Lego Dimensions. I didn't do Amiibo. And once Lego Dimensions got done, I realized, hey, I like building these things. I always wanted to get Lego, and maybe I should. Because I already have a good collection now of Dimensions. Maybe I should just, keep going. But I'll be darned if I'm going to pay the prices that some of these people want. I look at fake Lego like a reprint for a comic book. Like say there's a bunch of comics you want to get. Like say you want Action Comics #1, right? Who's going to have that? There's like literally, 6 or 3 on the planet? That thing is like, $3 million? You're never going to get Action Comics #1. But you can buy a trade paperback. It's not the real thing, but you can read it, and you can experience the fun of the story and say, well, at least I have a copy of the story and I can read it and enjoy it. And I don't have to worry about destroying a piece of history or damaging it or whatnot. It's just an old reader copy. If I bend it, who cares? That's kind of how I look at Lego in a way. I know people will disagree with me. That's fine. But you can't afford the, like you go to the store, you can't afford Pepsi? Well, you might buy the Walmart brand, you know what I mean? Or the Dollar Tree brand of cola, I don't know. I'm probably looking at it wrong, but that's how I justify it in my own mind. I suppose if Lego has a problem with these buyers, they should do something about it. I don't know. Send a hit squad over there, right? Okay, well, this is the book. Yeah, well, how much was it going for? Let's see. Yeah, I didn't pay $40. I got it like $32. I use credit. I've got a lot of credit because I've been selling stuff to Bull Moose. But yeah, this is the new edition. They had the regular edition, but I figured I'll get the new edition. But yeah, that's it for the video. I'll talk to you kiddies later.